Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast. This one sent in by members of the community. If you'd like to have yours game cast, then, take that replay where you kick ass quite so much as you do. You kick ass. Well, sometimes you kick ass. Sometimes you get horribly, horribly crushed. But if that happens in an amusing way, then take that replay, upload it to GG Tracker and or any of the other sites. We're not picky, really. Submit that to castit.replay.com. That is castit.replay.com. Or if you don't know how modern Reddit works, you can go to reddit.com/r/castit. And member of the community will get down and cast for you, or at least I will. I don't know if there's any other members of the community still there. If you would like to cut out the middleman, then email marsgaming@gmail.com, and that's my email, so I can do that right away. All right, so we have over at the bottom left side of Honorgrounds Ladder Edition, playing for Rival Gaming, it's Koshkii. Koshkii, part of Rival Gaming. Rival Gaming, a clan in North America that includes Disrespect, which is somebody who I collaborate with on different things on different times. His opponent, because let's face it, everybody on the internet is a he. It's, this guy. Or this dragon, I suppose. Let's see if we can call him Dragon and confuse people that are actually here for the Dragon replay. Cool. So we've got a 3 hatch before pool opening, and if you're going to do this on any map, this isn't a horrible map for it. Big 4-player map, chances of being cannon rush fairly low, and the rush distance is not fantastic on any spawning locations. If you spawn here, and so the shortest way is either horizontal or vertical. So it's you have to walk this way, 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 you have to walk this. Nothing interesting is going on. I can easily explain this. That's fine. You have to walk all the way this way, and that gives that defender's advantage, which has been touted so much, a strong advantage. It gives you a stronger defensive advantage than you would normally have. So 3 hatch before pool, and what is the opponent doing to punish this? Well, bugger all, because he's got 1 gate expand, and can't really do anything with it. So good on Dragon. We are calling you Dragon. On that, got that 3 bases down, got that larva production. No matter what you want to do from this point, if you want to build extra drones, if you want to just have larva in order to rush your opponent, which you now know is over in this corner because you scouted the other 2, this is well within your possible, within the possibilities. Jesus Christ. It's early in the morning, and casting doesn't come quite as easy yet. Alright, so long game possibility, also still the possibility, of course, that Dragon is going to go for just mass Ling, although he actually pulled out of gas, so still a possibility, but not the worst possible solution. This does get, walled off, of course, but this map has a very large wall. It requires a very large wall to be built. There you go. Do we see anything? Oh, that was actually a wrong view. Well, that's outside of vision, right? So he says bugger all. He doesn't know that there's an oracle coming. Is there an oracle coming? Oh, we're saving up oracles, actually. Is he just going to go for 2, or is he going to go for like 5? Yeah. In order to counteract that, we're going to possibly drop, or is that just for scouting purposes? There's that roach warren. But there's no evolution chamber yet, so there you go. Alright, we've got 1 adept versus a whole bunch of zerglings, and that's going to do just fine, most likely. Well, it's going to go down. It's going to go down. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, and there's the overcharge. So that was... keep in mind, he already lost 2 of these when he first did this. 5 zerglings for nothing, which you combine with the 2 zerglings for nothing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Stargate. There's a second Stargate. You want to scout the second Stargate. There's another Stargate over here. Where did you hide the oracles? Alright, over there. Cool. So, Dragon knows exactly what's happening. Doesn't quite know. Like, he can see what's being built right now, which are oracles. But he doesn't know that there's already 4 here. 1 oracle, you build one of these, you're safe. 2 oracles, you build one of these, and you're safe. 5 oracles, and that doesn't quite work out that way. 5 oracles do still melt through these spore crawlers at a rate of 1 spore crawler versus less than, oh, very nice job blocking that, versus 1 oracle, or not even 1 oracle, I believe. So, I'm going to see what we can do. So, if you move out with 6 oracles in this case, you can actually completely ignore, well, you can't ignore, you have to focus it down first, the defenses of your opponent. Not a problem. Alright, so our Zerg knows that he's going up against Skytoss, and yep, Graviton Catapult with, of course, that Fleet Beacon having gone down earlier, means that we are going to get carriers, but not just yet. Alright, here we go. That's 1 queen. That is, yep, that's what I mean. Doesn't even get a single oracle, and now he's focusing on that base. Is he going to get that base? Does he have enough energy left to take this down? There we go, yep. Alright, cool, excellent. Now, luckily for Dragon, he did almost just complete that 4th base, so he shouldn't be too bad of a position. But what does he have that shoots up? Well, 3 queens. Or, in other words, bugger all. Can't repeat that trick for a little while, because he does have, this does cost energy. But this does put the Zerg back economically. Ooh, may even get some damage on that evolution chambers. And we'll be able to buy enough time for these carriers build slow. Slow carriers build slow. Oh, here we go. And there's not a thing yet. And does the energy really accumulate that fast? No, you are going to lose that hatch once again. It is going to cost you... Damn, not a single oracle has gone down. Has anything died for the... Nope. The Protoss playing a very efficient game, and our Zerg is in trouble. There is arguably some of the strongest army heading his way. And he doesn't have anywhere near the economy to do anything against it. So let's see if we can get some economic harassment done on our side. Nope. Nope. No. Doesn't get anything. Yep, still there you go. Alright, did get a good scout off there. Continues to tag the army of those Zerglings. Doesn't want to have that happen again. Macro hatch. Re-established. Are you not building spores? Because I would probably build a few spores. There you go. Infestation pit. Infestation pit, very good for dealing with air toss. They do tend to sort of clump up. And if you can get that fungal, if you can get that sweet, sweet fungal, that can make all the difference in the world. Alright, going with Spire against it. Not going to go for the Hydralisk. Can't really blame him. Hydralisk pump out a lot of damage, but they also die very, very fast. And those carriers, they also dish out a lot of damage. And they have this swarm of interceptors in front of them, which the Hydralisks have to go through. And so you tend to, oh, nicely pulling that out of the way. You want to go in there. Go in there. Look it out. Well, there's a couple of zealots there, but there you go. So you tend to end up exchanging interceptors for Hydralisks, which is not quite the same, because these guys cost about, can you see that here? There you go, 10 minerals. They used to be 25, got buffed, I suppose, to 5, but that was just a little bit too cheap. So they're 10 now. So 10 minerals versus... I don't suppose I can get to the point. Hydralisk, which costs 50 gas and 100 minerals. So yeah, that's an exchange I will take any day of the week. Scouts that 4th base and is going to cancel it. Yep, there you go. Last minute cancel, and now he's going to. Oh, he actually killed something. He killed something. It was a probe. That is the only thing. That is the only thing this guy has killed so far. Of course, just looking at a unit lost is nice, but our Zerg has 89 workers to 72. He's got bugger all army, but he's Zerg, so that's okay. Oh, this is not going to go well for this base, but it can still be cancelled, so that's okay. He's got upgrades. And he's pumping out, ooh, adrenal glands at Ultralisk? Really? That is an odd choice to go against carriers. I mean, don't get me wrong, they don't die very fast. These interceptors attack a lot. They attack fast. They attack for very, very little damage. So Ultralisk will tank carriers for fucking ever. It's just they can't chew upwards. So they can't kill carriers. So I'm looking very much forward to seeing how this will work. It's getting that spire again for that double spire, so may just be going for. Does he already have corruptors? No, he doesn't have corruptors. I like the way he's staying very low in army supply, but it's a bit brave because he can't actually see what his opponent's up to. So if his opponent were to be right here, right now, he would have no warning whatsoever to start building those corruptors or whatever. Poor changeling. And this is what I like about this map. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, see what happens here. Could have focused those down, I think. Five bases right here with 1, 2 entrances. So you have possibly. Oh, nice little drop over here with a recall in order to try and delay that. And those are going to be some dead. Are we killed? Still nothing. We still didn't kill a single bloody thing. But that's okay because we are now over here taking out a cannon and denying some mining. So very nice multi-pronged grass. Not just catching his opponent off guard, but also the caster, which is always a sign that you are a better player than me, which is good because you're the player, I'm the caster, and if you're worse than me, then you know it's not a compliment. All right, a Nidus worm. One of the things, so that recall, if you are in position, you can't do just what he did just now. Oh, does he see this? No, he doesn't see these, and just sort of pop back and forth, but not the. You know, the most mobile of. You know your opponent wants to expand there, right? That's not. All right, cool. So these changelings getting there in here and pulling his opponent out of position gets a free. If he focuses this down, there you go. And now he doesn't even need to get anything out of there. That's fine. It paid for itself. Took down that base and got into there, and now he finally killed a couple of probes, but doesn't quite manage to get the focus fire in there, and does get taken down by that zealot army, but keeping his opponent on 4 bases. And a Skytoss based army on 4 bases is already very scary. Look at that, 8 carriers. All right, and there's the sound where you go like, oh, is there something in my base? Is there something in my base? Is there something in my base? Wait, we can probably go to his vision. Oh, yep, there's my base. And does he pull back? Does he pull back? Yep, there you go. All right, cool. Splits off his army quite nicely, so does maintain the offensive possibility of this while being able to defend this. You wanna take those Ultralisks out of there? Alright, cool. No Ultralisks there, and now it is Koshkii's turn to take out a base, and there really isn't much of anything that an opponent can do. Oh, and there we go with the back and forth. Those carriers being shuttled back and forth by the mothership core very nicely. And I'm assuming he does actually know about this one. Is he actually going to... is he ever going to unload a Nidus Worm? That is the question. Is our opponent ever going to unload a Nidus Worm? So far, no. I don't think he's built... Does that show up here, or would that be structure loss? That isn't... I don't think there's a tab quite as nicely as that for that. Alright, but never mind. We have the Zerg trying to do his best all this time to delay the Protoss, but there are no more run-bys queued up, and this army is very slowly, in the cases of some parts of it, barreling down on the Zerg. Oh, never mind about no run-bys. Here we go. Alright, going to, looks like we have a little bit of base rate. No, we redirect in there, and those are entirely air units versus entirely ground units. So he is going to take out a lot of probes and possibly that Nexus. But that's going to be the end of that, because now there's a whole bunch of stuff you can't shoot up there. Ultralisk, as I said though, very good tanking those interceptor shots, and they're not really dying. They're not really dying, and I was talking before about not getting any damage done, but look at that, 48 workers killed to take out this Nexus, and here are all the Ultra... You know, I never considered doing this. I never considered I would counter an air toss with Ultralisk, and I will most definitely be doing that next time. So now, this... Look at that. Look at how slowly they die. Those Void Rays actually doing a little bit of damage, but the carriers just doing absolute bupkis, and now there's 16 workers there. Look at that income. There's no income. He does have a bank, so he should be able to rebuild this, but air toss is built so slowly. Alright, and this is what Dragon was thinking. Alright, I take out your economy, you can't rebuild this. I still have an economy, then I build massive shit ton of corruptors. Like 12 more are on the way. And I just take out your air army, and then you can't rebuild. You can't rebuild. It takes you too bloody long. Alright, here we go, corruptors. There go all the Void Rays, and they pull back. He has two... No, he only has the one air carapace. It has to wait a little bit for the number 2. I don't know if he purposely pulled back, waiting for that, but that air upgrade versus those tiny gnats. Those tiny gnats do so much. So wisely pulling back, waiting for that 2-2 upgrade, which he does now have, and now he can just absolutely massacre this if he so chooses. Carriers, very powerful, 8 of them, sure, but against, well, I mentioned the swarm. I don't know if this this is all of them. All right, there we go. Don't find the interceptors. Don't find the interceptors. Fight the carriers. Fight the carriers. Don't, dude. Well, that's one way to lose however many corruptors that was. Alright, in the meantime, taking out this base again, and this base is not getting attacked, but going to finish off this base right here. So very actively, very efficiently keeping his opponent on those 3 bases he started with. Did get a little bit of mining in there, but there you go. Alright, now taking out this base. Very nice. Oh, and even getting a scout into the main, so he now knows... Well, he pretty much knew all of that anyway from those flybys with the thingies that detect. I'm a caster, I'm a professional. Trust me. Overseer. Hard word. Oh, 46. Bloody hell. Alright, now if you just right click on the things you want to kill and don't do it over these Archons. If you just right click at what you want to kill and don't do it over these Archons, this should be an easy fight. Alright, but not engaging. Going to sacrifice his base first. Going to sacrifice it in order to get a good position. No, it's just because he got caught out of position. Alright, here we go. No, Corruptors by themselves with 2 armor upgrades don't take a great deal of damage, but if there's that many interceptors, then yes they do. Alright, now shoot, right click the things. Right click the things. But can I see how many interceptors? Look at that, 60. They're almost, like they are slowly, very slowly being whittled down, but Oh, there we go. And now they're done. And so now we can take out the Corruptors. But he's on top of the Archons. And Archons do splash damage and extra versus biological. Guess what you are? Okay, he is going to get through there. He's going to kill every single thing. He's got to run by over here. And he is going to clean this up. And he has successfully crippled the economy of his opponent. All he has to do now is clean this up. And his opponent has absolutely zero chance of getting back into it. And we're building 22 Zerglings. 22 Zerglings don't do fantastic against carriers. Did he just not get this enough? Did he leave 4 carriers too much alive? Because if he did, then Koshkii takes this game. He's building 1 Corruptor and he's got 1 Corruptor. That is 2 Corruptors. That is not great. That is not great. Koshkii voluntarily going to fight over those spore crawlers, which is going to be just fine. Queen's mass transfusing. There we go. 26, 25. Again, slowly losing the interceptors, but not losing them slowly enough. And look at this run by all these Zerglings. It looks like we've got a Betrayed on our hands. Very slowly, these do take down pretty much everything What are you doing? Are you going to check for any mining bases? No, 2 more carriers came out, and those Zerglings don't do great against carriers. So now we have 1 Corruptor. We have 1 Corruptor. 1 Corruptor is not great. What else do you have that shoots up? Nothing. So this worked a lot better than I thought it would with that ground-based army. Keeping his opponent back, doing those run-bys, trying to deny those 4th and 5th base, and eventually taking down almost all of his opponent's air army. And if he'd just gotten 4 more carriers, I think Dragon would have had this. As it stands, though, Zerg is building 15 creep tumors, and that is it. He's got no income. He's got 7 workers who are not doing anything at the moment. Where are you? Oh, we're trying to redirect over here. And while it is true that the Protoss doesn't have a great deal more, you've got 1 worker. Where's your 1 worker? Over there. Okay, and it's still mining, so that's good. And there's no carriers here. Because the carriers he did have are slowly coming over here. And he's not eliminating his opponent's base. And if there's no... Well, there's still a cannon over here. There we go. Okay, recalls a little bit of this. And that should be enough to take this out. GG. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.